holds the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding professional record. 7 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Nottingham, England, by way of Caracas, Venezuela, Veronica Hardy.
To the undefeated PFL queen, Dakota Ditcheva. And this isn't trash talk. It's not hype. It's not some clout-chasing call-out. This is a declaration from a woman who has survived concussions, battled through comebacks, endured pressure, and lived a lifetime inside the fire of real combat. Veronica isn't speaking for attention, but she's speaking because she's ready. And Dakota?
Underdog, I'm gonna show you.
Then, she delivered a line that the MMA world was not prepared for. I'm the underdog, but I'm coming to show striking and punches. Before anyone dares underestimate her, let's set the record straight. Veronica Hardy is not a beginner. She is not a rookie. She is absolutely not an easy fight. She's a Venezuelan mixed martial artist competing in the UFC flyweight division, and she's trained by one of the sharpest minds in combat sports. Then Hardy.at, just 12 years old. She earned a Taekwondo black belt. Then she layered on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, karate, and eventually elite-level MMA. She went 5-0 and picked up wins in European promotions long before she ever stepped into the UFC cage. After battling concussion issues, she made her comeback in 2023. And since then, she's evolved into one of the most technical, durable, and strategic fighters in the division. Up elbow. Sorry. Oh, look at that. Her professional record. 10 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, methods of victory, 1 KO, TKO, 2 submissions, 7 decisions. Veronica Hardy isn't reckless. She isn't wild. She's a calibrated weapon. Someone who breaks you over rounds, not moments.
I'm an underdog, I'm gonna show you.
But then Veronica Hardy was asked about Dakota Ditcheva, and she didn't smile. She didn't dodge the question. She didn't hesitate. She leaned in, stared straight into the camera, and delivered a brutal warning. I know I'm the underdog. I know she's dangerous, but I'm coming to show striking and punches. This wasn't arrogance. This wasn't trash talk. This was pure fighter energy, raw confidence, unshakable belief that a woman with nothing to lose calling out the youngest PFL world champion, and meaning every word of it.
Sprinkle on by TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh,
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it.
Let's not forget who Veronica Hardy is warning. She's calling out Dakota Ditcheva, the 2024 PFL World Champion. 15-0 undefeated, 14 knockouts, and one of the cleanest Muay Thai strikers in all of MMA. A pressure finisher, a sniper with range, power, timing, and accuracy. She just dominated Sumiko Inaba again. She's getting sharper, more violent, and more dangerous every single fight. Dakota isn't slowing down. She's accelerating into a monster. And that's exactly why Veronica Hardy's warning shook the internet. This wasn't a safe call-out. This wasn't clout chasing. This was a give me the most dangerous woman in PFL kind of challenge. Most fighters respect Dakota, but they stay far away from calling her out. Veronica Hardy did the opposite. She said, I'm coming to show striking and punches. And that matters, because Veronica is a Taekwondo black belt, a fighter who blends kicks and angles better than most. Her footwork is unpredictable. She brings a level of veteran experience Dakota hasn't faced yet. She survived injuries, layoffs, and pressure, and came back winning. She's not chaotic like Agapova. She's not wild. She's a calculated machine. This is the kind of style that can frustrate Dakota, slow her forward pressure, and neutralize her knockout power. The kind of style that drags undefeated fighters into deep, uncomfortable rounds. I'm an underdog that I'm coming to show striking and punches.
An underdog, I'm gonna show.
Meet Fatima the Archangel Klein, an American strawweight, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, and an absolute wrecking machine on the ground. Her pro record, 8-1-0. Her resume, former CFFC strawweight champion. Her breakout moment, a fierce UFC debut in 2024. Fatima isn't just skilled. She's dangerous. Her style is built on heavy ground and pound, ruthless pressure, and killer finishing instincts. She's the kind of fighter who thrives in chaos and turns it into a stoppage before you even realize what's happening. Not a problem for anyone who thinks they can survive her world.
Oh! Klein goes up top! Chin to chin! And the Archangel with her biggest win! Wow!
The weight class, let's get the ball rolling, let's get the momentum going, let's keep it going. Because it was great, and then she cut her open. And that's like a big statement at the end. The cut.
She's taking over here. This would be the end.
After a fiery interview, Klein didn't whisper her message. She roared it. Dakota, your kids. I'm a monster. I'll break you, little Barbie. That line went nuclear across MMA socials. Clips exploded, comments flooded in, and fans started choosing sides instantly. But the real question is this: is she just talking? Or is this a promise from a fighter who actually means every word?
Wouldn't I just take it to where I'm comfortable? So I'm super excited to see how this matchup goes. I think, it's kind of that striker versus wrestler, but I plan to show that I'm an all-in.
Dakota Ditcheva is the hottest force in women's MMA, a former junior Muay Thai world champion, a PFL superstar, 15-0 as of October 30th, 2025, the PFL Women Flyweight Champion, and $1 million tournament winner. She's the face of a new ERA.SOY with Fatima Klein call her out so aggressively, because stylistically, Klein sees openings, real ones. Her strengths are exactly the type that can expose a pure striker, relentless ground, pressure-tight submission, chains heavy, damaging ground and pound. That's a blueprint that can neutralize an undefeated Muay Thai sniper. And Klein's confidence isn't random. Her record backs it up. She's 8-1, with key UFC wins by TKO and elite grappling fueled by a Brazilian Jew. Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Her UFC rise includes dangerous, decisive stoppages that she's not just winning. She's evolving fast. TKO over Victoria Dudakova, January 11th. 2025 TKO over Melissa Martinez, July 12th, 2025.
Weight class, let's get the ball rolling, let's get the momentum going, let's keep it going. Because it was great, and then she cut her open. And that's like a big statement at the end. The cut.
She's taking over here. This would be the end.
That's it. Finish.
Elbows raining down from Fatima Klein,
What a job to
who
get that.
ends it via TKO in round 2.
Sprinkle by TKO or KO. I will tell you, the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh, right
Bishop in
hand.
trouble.
And that does it.
Close the distance fast. Smother Dakota striking. Don't stand and trade. That's her world. Use a clinch. Chain takedowns. Drag the fight to the mat. Because once it hits the ground, Klein's BJJ black belt turns every scramble into either submission threat or vicious ground and pound. Where the undefeated strike her down, break her rhythm, force mistakes late. If Klein executes that, 15-0 could start looking a lot more vulnerable than people think. Fight vision. The upset blueprint round 1. Klein pressures immediately, closes a distance, forces a clinch, and tests Dakota's balance. Dakota lands a clean shot, but Klein eats it, shoots, and secures a takedown. Round 2, Klein dominates on top, heavy control, hard shots, suffocating pressure. Dakota stuck to defending instead of striking. Round 3, a tired Dakota leaves a small opening. Klein crashes through it, unleashing a barrage that forces a referee stoppage, or snatches a late-round submission. And then the internet detonates. Some fans scream that Klein is crazy. Others say she's exactly the stylistic nightmare Dakota hasn't faced. Clips go viral. Debates explode, matchmaking threads go wild. And of course, that little Barbie line. For Dakota to keep her flawless streak alive, she has one job: keep the fight at range. Use her footwork. Punish every clinch entry with sharp knees and slicing elbows. Disrupt Klein's rhythm with crisp counters. And above all else, do not let this fight hit the mat. That's where Klein becomes a nightmare. If Dakota stays disciplined, she holds on to 15-0. If she slips for even a moment, she risks the first loss of her career. This is the kind of potential upset that changes careers. Fatima Klein's warning. Wasn't empty.it was a challenge or a statement or threat to the undefeated queen herself. Now the question is, will Dana or the PFL make it? Would you pay to watch Klein try to end Dakota's perfect 15-0 run? Drop your picks below. Klein or Dakota? Smash the like button if you want this fight made. Subscribe for more explosive MMA call-outs and hit that bell, because if this matchup becomes real.
Angela, because there's a twist here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Let's go. Yes. Let's go.
Stamp Fairtex just dropped a __ bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, and it is not friendly. She said it straight. I'm coming. I'll end your streak. That's not a tease, not a joke, not fluff. That is a direct challenge to the undefeated PFL queen. Stamp isn't playing around. She's putting Dakota on notice, and the fans, they're already losing their minds. This just lit a fire the whole MMA world can feel.
ฮอตมากแล้วก็ค่ะหนูเลือกเพลงนี้เพราะว่า
Outside trip.
Stamp Fairtex, Muay Thai royalty turned MMA threat.pro record, 11-2, with 5 KOs and 4 decisions. She's sharp, creative, and packs legit knockout power. Stamp has successfully crossed over from elite Muay Thai into MMA, proving she can finish fights both in the cage and under striking rules that a fighter with pedigree, precision, and the tools to make any undefeated streak feel vulnerable.
Come on in. We're ready.
Powers.
Dakota Ditcheva will be 15-2 as of July 19, 2025. Youngest PFL world champion, first British female MMA world champ. Her record is 12 KOs, 1 submission, and 2 decisions. She's Muay Thai perfected for the cage. Brutal knees, body bomb surgical timing. She's the PFL's golden girl.
He's trying to keep her boxing nice and tight, but she got caught. She got caught. She's on her back. And now a barrage from Stamp Fairtex.
This is what we talked about. Jihin standing in front of her rather than pressuring forward into that clinch.
Heavy elbows. Jihin bleeding from the mouth.
You know, the damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way traffic.
Oh, nasty knee in the middle from Dakota. And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left hand. And she's showing off now.
Why does Stamp calling out Dakota matter? Because this isn't just another fight, that it's 2 elite Muay Thai lineages colliding. Stamp's old-school creativity versus Dakota's new-school. Cage-adapted precision. Stamp isn't bluffing that she's a proven finisher, a fighter who can change distances, disrupt timing, and punish mistakes as she executes a plan. She can expose the limits of Dakota's otherwise flawless game. This is more than a matchup. It's a stylistic showdown the MMA world hasn't seen before.
Side trip.
Oh,
He's out.
Taking a and now Dakota already severely.
Don't sleep on Dakota. Her movement and striking game make takedowns and close-range entries extremely risky. Her timing has finished elite opponents before they even knew what hit them. If Stamp overcommits or mistimes her pressure, Dakota can land a shot that ends a night fast. This isn't just a battle of skill. It's a war of precision versus creativity.
Stop.